Hello and welcome back to the Elevendy official YouTube channel. Today is a special edition where I will be showcasing a replay that I had this morning as of November 11th. It was my first game of the day. I decided to play the 260. I acquired the 260 on stream yesterday, November 10th. And I figured, hey, I've only played a couple games in this. Let me give it another shot. And boy, was I not disappointed. I mean, it wasn't surprising that I wasn't going to be disappointed because I already was a big fan of speedy mobile Russian heavy tanks like the 277 and the IS-7, as I've 3-marked both of those tanks and I've played a bunch of games in both of them, respectively. However, the 260 is a whole different deal. It is absolutely a pleasure to play. Not only because of the gun, but because of the mobility and the armor, all combined in a excellent package. And yeah, the shell velocity, I believe, is I can check right now. I think it's 1200 or so. Yeah, 1259. So it's equivalent to even some tier 10 medium shell velocity in some regards, but it's a heavy tank, 440 alpha. It's equivalent to the 430U gun, I do believe. I'm not sure in every regard, but in regard to alpha damage and penetration. So yeah, I just absolutely adore this tank. It's a wonderful combination of all the things that I love about Russian heavy tanks. And then some. It has more gun depression, I believe, by an extra degree, at least, over the 277 and the IS-7, which is obviously one of their key weaknesses, which is obviously a balancing factor because they are level ground brawlers that are meant to be up in your face, fighting you, so on and so forth. However, speaking about this game, there is an IS-3 behind me, which I didn't even notice until it had shot me. And apologies for the freeze there. I don't know why my game has been doing that recently. It's been doing it at random, so apologies for that. Anyway, so the IS-3 apparently had pushed behind me as I was shooting the Tortoise, as you saw earlier, as well as the Centurion 7-1. So now I'm going to go to work on the 705 as well as the Centurion, put the final killing shot into the Centurion, and then go to town on the 705. And another really amazing and noticeable detail about the 260 in comparison to the other two, well, there are many other Russian heavy tanks. However, the ones that I would compare this one to is obviously the IS-7 and the 277, as I mentioned. And the big noticeable difference is due to its lower alpha damage, granted not by much, 50 lower, but due to the 440 alpha damage of this tank, the reload is quite exceptional. I think I've gotten it down to 8.5 seconds, and you can bump that up even, or you can get that down even lower if you choose to. I don't know if I'm running a rammer directive or a vents directive. I believe I'm running a vents directive, but you can maximize your DPM even more. Regardless, though, that's very great DPM for a 440 alpha heavy tank, especially one that's so mobile and that has really great armor, as such as this. As you can see, I've already blocked nearly 4,000 damage in this short period of time that this game has been happening. And so my only complaint really would be that the shell capacity is a little low. I believe it's similar to the IS-4. It doesn't carry a whole lot of rounds, unlike the 277 and IS-7. However, it's not super often that you're going to be printing scores like this unless you're an exceptional player. or you get a good set of matchmaking, as I have gotten here. As you can see, it's probably the best kind of matchmaking you can get. Template and no artillery, so I was exceptionally lucky in that regard. However, considering that ammo capacity is my only grievance with this tank, it definitely speaks volumes about how amazing this vehicle is, and the turret armor especially is something something extremely exceptional. I do believe it's on paper better than the IS-7. Granted, of course, the IS-7 also has that angled front turret, so it's kind of rounded, ovular shape, as opposed to this turret face, which kind of has these protrusions here, which can be penned with exceptional heat, I do believe. But it's still a very bouncy turret. Not to mention that the whole armor is definitely, it's a pike nose, so side scraping isn't as powerful, but it's still very strong. I do believe more effective than the IS-7 and or equivalent to that. So yeah, so at this stage of the game, I'm just looking for as many opportunities for damage as I can, shooting the enemies farther away from me, as I will have, of course, the opportunity to kill the larva in front of me here. But he has this larva is doing quite a bit of damage to me because they are firing gold. So I decide that my best option is to just bum rush them, get up in their face, try to wiggle my turret around as they're aiming at my upper turret weakness, which, as you can see, they're penning my cupola no problem there, which, you know, obviously is the one weakness on this turret. However, we had a great result regardless, so let's look at the post-game stats. Alrighty, so taking a quick look at the post-game stats, we can see that this result was a Ace Tanker badge, accompanied by a steel wall, high caliber, and top gun. For the 6 kills we managed to pick up, the nearly 9,000 damage we were able to dish out, as well as the 5,120 damage we were able to block with our armor. So as you can see, the effectiveness of the armor is quite high. However, do keep in mind we were fighting lower tier opponents for most of the fight, but we did take some shots from higher caliber guns, as well as a tier 10 medium, I believe, in the form of the M48 Patton. So overall, in this just over 7-minute game, we did lose some credits with the large amount of ammo I needed to fire there. I fired 31 shots, 29 of which hit and 24 penned. And seeing as this tank's ammo capacity is 40, I am not surprised that happened, but I don't really care. This result definitely would be worth losing credits any day. So other than that, I hope you guys did enjoy this particular replay. I definitely would say that any of you out there that are still on the first campaign missions and are struggling to keep your head up, keep going for it, because this tank is absolutely worth it in every capacity, especially if you're a heavy medium playstyle lover. This will be the perfect tank for you. So keep that in mind on your grind. And other than that, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Once again, be sure to leave a like if you did enjoy the video, and a comment down in the comment section below about what your thoughts on this video were, whether you liked it or whether you didn't like it. And last but not least, be sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I will see you guys all in the next one. Till then, take care, and bye-bye.